There is no greater teacher than time, and no championships won without experience. A decade of triumph.
And you believe it! Kurt Angle's in the Impact Zone!
And a decade of defeat.
I'm Bully Ray! I am the president of the Aces and Eights!
Has built the foundation of TNA wrestling and shown the defining moments of these wrestlers' careers.
What a momentous occasion here at Slammiversary!
Though some warriors have chosen alternate paths, they have all been led here, to this time and this place.
It is the changing of the seasons. It is to bring in the good, to get rid of the bad. It all happens at Slammiversary.
TNA Wrestling brings Slammiversary 2013 to Boston.
Be able to go up to Boston and perform in front of those great fans, it's going to be not only an honor, but a privilege, because how important this business is to us.
Boston's always been a very special town. You know, the fact that we've got Slammiversary, our Super Bowl in Boston, really lights me up.
Slammiversary, where a day of celebration for some will be the day of reckoning for others.
Does it really matter what kind of match it's going to be with me and Sting in Boston? Maybe I'll hit him over the head with a hammer. See how far I can splatter that stupid face paint off.
Revenge. It's always revenge, isn't it?
Two men who have fought side by side will now face each other in the ring, and the fate of a company will be determined by one of these dominating forces.
Bully Ray wins, the power's going to go in the way of Aces and Eights. If Sting wins, the power's going to shift back to Impact Wrestling.
Sting is Sting. I mean, Sting has been an icon in this business for a long time.
If Sting cannot beat him at Slammiversary, we really need to reconsider the future of TNA.
Now, the celebration of a decade's history is the ultimate pay-per-view event of the year.
I look forward to Slammiversary every year because big things happen. It's important. It's kind of the unveiling of whatever's been transpiring for the last half a year.
Slammiversary is a big stage. It's promoted very well, and it's an exciting time for the guys and the girls in our locker room to go out there and do what we do best, and that's entertain the masses and put on the greatest wrestling show on earth.
TNA Wrestling presents Before the Bell, Slammiversary.
Do you know what this is? This is pride. This is guts. You have witnessed an electric finish.
Said we wouldn't last 6 weeks, but guess what? I'm standing in the middle of the six-sided ring, the greatest night in company history.
Now is our time.
This is the company that's going to lead the way in the future. I guarantee that.
I can't expect you to forgive me and give me another chance. I can't. All I can do is ask. Give me one more shot.
For 13 years of my life, I have given everything for that one moment, Kurt. You screwed me. You screwed me.
Is this a legacy that you want to leave behind? This is it right here?
Stop it! Who the hell do you think you are?
I'm a Stinger. That's who I am. We gotta get revenge. We gotta get the right kind of revenge. The right kind of revenge.
27 years. 27 years. This is not going to stop me. It's not going to stop me. We're just getting started. You have revved me up. Aces and Eights.
The icon Sting. He is one of the biggest names in professional wrestling history and the first inductee into the TNA Hall of Fame. His career has seen its ups and downs, and he has the scars to prove it.
Sting has become the new TNA World Heavyweight Champion.
Last year, the Aces and Eights turned the wrestling world on its head as they infiltrated the core of TNA wrestling. Now, one man fights to take back the title and loosen their grips on the company he helped build.
Revenge. It's always revenge, isn't it? Yeah, I want to get revenge. I want to try to clear my name.
It's been over a year of destruction. Now, the future of Impact Wrestling is at stake. I will overthrow all. Aces and eights.
I will overthrow all!
This is the end.
This is the end!
Reign of terror. My inner strength, power struggles.
Aces and eights! The future is at stake! This is the end!
The main event between Bully Ray and Sting at Slammiversary is something I've had a hard time separating all the parts, because it is the sum of all the parts for me. There's a lot of personal issues.
The man that's going up against Bully Ray at Slammiversary is going to be the man that wins the main event match tonight, and that match is going to be between Matt Morgan and Sting tonight.
Wow! Opportunity at the World Heavyweight Champion at Slammiversary.
Have you ever seen anybody endure the Scorpion Deathlock as long as Matt Morgan?
I can't recall that.
Matt Morgan, he passed out. Exactly what Sting has been waiting for. The chance to get the power back to Impact Wrestling.
The momentum shift is a positive one for Impact Wrestling. I've said it before, it's not about the title, not for me, not at this point. It's about taking something away from Bully Ray. His little world of power. If we take that from him, it'll be a huge chink in Aces and Eights armor. That's my goal. Beginning of the end. Everything is at stake. TNA. You know, Aces and Eights, they've been very successful in taking over. And, you know, Hulk has tried to run the ship the best way he knows how.
It's a situation where the company's desperate. Sting needs to win this. It's a Slammiversary moment. It's the time to shift the momentum of the company. So as far as me, I'm not betting, but I'm depending and putting my whole career on the line, because if Sting doesn't win, Bully Ray completely overrides any authority I may have left, and the game changes for me permanently.
This is a very crucial time for the company. Sting has always showed that he is a leader, and if this is his last go-around, this is a time when he is going to win that title, and I believe because he is hungry, because he has a purpose, because he believed in Bully Ray and Bully Ray tricked him. Sting now has been revived, and when you have a revived Sting, he's a very dangerous Sting. When you have a dangerous Sting, you have a Sting that's pretty much unbeatable. Even if you have 7 other guys with you, like Bully Ray is probably going to have. But if there are 7 other guys, Kurt Angle's going to be there too for the fight, and I'll be backing up Sting.
The prominence of Sting does little to dissuade the World Heavyweight Champion Bully Ray.
What does Bully Ray have in store for Sting? One of the last of the TNA heroes left standing. I'm gonna finish you off once and for all.
The only man that has trusted me for the past couple of months is Sting.
We got a big, bad, evil bully that we desperately need right now.
I will never trust Bully Ray. You haven't trusted me from day one.
The leopard doesn't change the spot, Sting.
Need your endorsement, and he needs your endorsement.
Bro, you're the only guy in this company that trusts me. And you're the only guy that's had my back.
I want you to marry me. When I look the guy in the eyes, there's something that's not right.
You need to do this for Brooke.
Be careful what you wish for, Sting.
Bully is now my family.
I love you like my own son now.
I hope I know who you really are. He's really not a bad guy.
I ain't no good guy. I'm a very bad one.
Make sure no matter what happens, that they remember you as long as they live.
I promise you, I will.
I am the president of the Aces and Eights, and I am the TNA World Heavyweight Champion!
And you You stared me all the way into my soul, and you said, trust me. They got the world title. My daughter screwed over the marriage she doesn't want to be in. They're taking over the whole company, so get the hell out of my ring, brother. Make me.
I had you and Hogan fighting. Best of friends at each other's throats. I manipulated far too many people to let this gold slip away from me. I will do whatever it takes.
If the past has shown anything, it's to always expect the unexpected.
There is a dark side to Bully Ray, and he surprised even me, to be honest with you. The reason I'm telling you this isn't because, you know, he shocked the world when he defeated Jeff Hardy. It's the fact that he had everybody tricked. It was like, wow, this guy has changed. He didn't change. He's the same old Bully Ray's always been.
Let's look at what's leading up to this. I mean, Bully Ray is the leader of Aces and Eights are running this place. There's nobody that can stop him. And unfortunately, I don't think Sting can.
Hulk, I tried to warn you. One of these days, you'll listen.
A ball-peen hammer?
This was probably the cheap shot of all times. It all came back at me, so it was one of the toughest moments I've ever had.
I am the most hated man in pro wrestling.
For these two fighters, history runs deep.
I'm gonna do whatever I want because I proved that I can.
And for Bully Ray, he's counting on history repeating itself.
What I did in this industry is special.
I don't think there's going to be any fair rematch with everything that's going on here. That's when you got to take it to the next level. That means extreme, that means weapons, that means we got to play dirty with dirty, I guess. Full Metal Mayhem. So now I got this rematch, and man, I'm going to let it all out.
What I did, few have done it.
Tables, ladders, chairs, stairs, anything goes. That's my world. He's a player in that world, but the fact is, I'm the master.
In Corpus Christi, you want to call me out, Jeff?
Tables, ladders, chairs.
What I did in this industry, people have to respect that.
No rules, no disqualification. Full Metal Mayhem!
The locker room, man, is going to be behind me and help me get my world title back. Full Metal Mayhem, Bully Ray, hopefully it's worth it.
He's on the bell! He's gonna do it! Oh, no! Oh, God! Whoops! The champ! The champ, baby!
I am so sorry. Oh, my God. I don't know.
I think Hardy was being stupid. I mean, listen, Jeff, you get a rematch, and you're gonna institute a type of match where there's no rules, no regulations, you can use weapons, you can use anything you get your hands on, and you did that against a faction in the Aces and Eights that's never played by the rules, that always plays the numbers game, and you really thought you had a chance to come out ahead?
I beat Jeff Hardy twice. How did I do that? This. Who cares who the better wrestler is? I don't. All I know is that Jeff Hardy is 0-2 against me. I gotta tell you the truth, man. I don't think we're gonna see Jeff Hardy for quite some time.
He wanted to be a world champion, and it didn't matter what it took to become a world champion.
Bully Ray, I think he wants to have the prestige of a Hulk Hogan.
It evolved out of sucking a lot of guys in that were disgruntled employees, and he took in all their complaints and all their whining, and he soothed, he put a Band-Aid on everything and made everybody feel like they were part of a united front, where at the end of the day, it was all a Bully Ray agenda to become the World Heavyweight Champion.
When you talk about the NWO, the guys that you're gonna have to talk about first are the Aces and Eights. That's my plan for the future.
I think there are definitely some similarities. It was the takeover that just about ended everything. This one is real close. It mimics the NWO pretty strong.
My main goal right now is to do what I set out to do about 2 years ago, which is to piss everybody off. That's what I enjoy doing the most, pissing people off, bringing unhappiness into people's lives, showing people that hatred is the way.
It's those kind that always went after that in pro wrestling never lasted long.
I am the president of the Aces and Eights!
He might talk with that New York accent and come off like a little brash, a little unrefined, but make no mistake about it, Bully Ray is a smart, smart man.
I've showed you people in the past that I truly will do whatever it takes. This gold is staying in Hell's Kitchen for a long time.
Bully Ray, a man with unparalleled strength and the brains to match. He's got the total package, the gold belt, and he won't surrender easily.
Jeff Hardy was rolling along stronger than ever as world champion. I think he even won TNA Wrestler of the Year. Hogan, you didn't even trust me when I saved you. And I'm sure as hell you didn't trust me after you caught me with your dear, sweet little daughter. I get it. You did what you thought you needed to do.
You are suspended.
But all you did, Hulk, was drive your baby girl deeper into my arms.
Come on! Brooke Hogan safely back away from Aces and Eights.
I knew you would never want to disappoint Brooke, so I used Sting to lure you in.
When I look the guy in the eyes, there's something that's not right.
You need to do this for Brooke.
Your daughter's wedding on national television.
I want you to marry me.
This was the perfect opportunity to get you where I wanted you. Everybody wants to know why I didn't just reveal myself right then and there, but every good plan has an end game, and I would never pass up the opportunity to have my boy Taz make an impact. I know what you're all thinking. Bully, you got your ass kicked and Devon hit you with a cement pillar. No, you think Devon hit me with a cement pillar. Don't always believe what you see. Yeah, I took a couple of good shots for the team. Ain't you never seen Goodfellas before? The way I see it, everybody's got to take a beating every once in a while. And Hulk, I knew if I got my ass kicked right in front of your face, you would have no choice but to start trusting me.
I bled! Earn your frickin' respect!
And then it was Devon's turn to take a beating. Devon knew his role in this whole plan also. And then an injury sidelined the big bad bully. But to make sure I got what I wanted, I manipulated the situation even more. Brooke had an entire week to convince her father to choose me.
He wants to be just like you. He wants it so badly.
And you did it.
You're #1 contender to go against Jeff Hardy, Lockdown, Bully Ray.
And I played to Hogan's biggest weakness, his ego. I wanted him in that match so bad.
We need one more guy. I think that guy should be you.
Sorry, Sting. You got beat down. I had to take care of my family. Wouldn't you do the same? So there you have it. It's really quite simple. For 9 months, you all got swindled. For 9 months, I pulled off the biggest con in professional wrestling history. Do you know who I am? I'm the leader and the president of the Aces and Eights. Nobody can stop us, and nobody
will take my World Heavyweight Championship.
Bully Ray pulled a swerve upon a level that I have never seen before. You know, it involved a 6-7 month process. It was all a huge work in progress, and it's even hard to talk about now, to realize that it was functioning at that big of a level. Well, Sting's been around him a lot longer than I had, so I thought Sting would have the best handle of anybody on what this guy was really all about, all the way to the core. And you know, I had that small, still voice inside me going, there's something not right with this guy. There's something in his eyes. When I look in his eyes, it just isn't right. Sting means so much to me as a friend, and I trusted his gut that Bully was okay, that Bully's been protecting my daughter. I let my guard down just a little bit to get clipped. It won't happen again.
You know, Hogan was pissed at me, and he had every right to be pissed. No, it wasn't easy. You know, so many years with Hulk, and I'm thinking, you know, is this the way it all ends now with Hulk and me, with TNA and me? I mean, you know, didn't know what was going to happen next.
The one that I made the biggest mistake with was you. And right now, I want to apologize and let you know I made a huge mistake when I pushed you away. Because of the loyalty, the trust in the man that you've always been, we should have stayed together.
The way I see it, we are together right now, right? All is good.
The rest, it's history now, so, I mean, I have no choice but to believe that it was possible, and it happened.
You know, it's not hard to fool Sting. Sting's greatest weakness is that he tries to see the good in everybody, even when there isn't any.
Lost my edge for a minute, you know? Lost my edge, just for a minute.
It's been over a year of destruction.
I am the president of the Aces and Eights!
And power struggles.
I'm Bully Ray!
Now, the future of Impact Wrestling is at stake!
Will Aces and Eights celebrate their reign of terror?
Aces and Eights!
Or will the icon Sting summon his inner strength?
This is the end!
And overthrow all those that stand in his way. TNA Wrestling presents Slammiversary, live June 2nd from Boston, only on pay-per-view. With brute force, Bully Ray took Jeff Hardy out of the picture. Can a win for Team TNA avenge the former champion's loss?
Sting lost his past 2 Slammiversary matches.
The last 2 Slammiversaries I've lost, is that true? Well, this one will be different. 3's a charm.
What gives me the advantage over Sting is very simple. Do you know who I am? I'm Bully Ray. I'm the president of the Aces and Eights. That's all the advantage I'll ever need.
When you ride with the Aces and Eights, you never, ever walk alone. I need to walk alone. I need to beat Jeff Hardy on my own. You gotta promise me that you let me do this by myself.
When people look back at Bully Ray becoming the TNA World Heavyweight Champion, I think they're gonna have to begrudgingly admit that they have respect for me.
This is the crazy thing about Aces and Eights. They think that they're brothers, but all those guys are weasels. They could turn their backs on each other at any time. So when you ride with Aces and Eights, you are riding alone. You think that someone has your back, but these guys can't be trusted.
I don't think I would trust anybody, but I mean, when you're dealing with Bully Ray, I don't think I would want to cross him. I don't think I would want to go behind his back and not do what he wants to get done. I mean, Bully Ray has a lot of power right now. Being the World Heavyweight Champion brings a lot of power and prestige. And being affiliated, being associated with the World Champion, that's not a bad thing. And as long as they're together, like they say, there's strength in numbers.
Are the Aces and Eights loyal to Bully Ray? My gut instinct is to say most of them, because considering the position they were in now, as opposed to the position they were in before, I would assume they'd be loyal to Bully Ray because it's the best thing that's happened to them.
Honor amongst thieves. You know, they're all riding together because they're all thieves in the night. They're all lying, cheating, and stealing to stay on top. I guarantee you, if thing, if the waters start getting a little bit rough for Bully, they'll pick his bones in a heartbeat. You just, when you got a group of guys like that, they all want to be the top dog. They all want to be the #1 gangster. And I guarantee you that's one of the best ways to destroy aces and eights, is to stir up the ranks underneath Bully.
That would never happen to me. I'm entirely too smart for that. I see all the angles before they even happen.
I think it's just a matter of time. I'm just gonna go ahead and call it right now. It's just a matter of time.
You know, Sting is Sting. I mean, Sting has been an icon in this business for a long time. And I mean, for him to go out there and put the company on his back and try to save this company, try to save Impact Wrestling, save all of us, I gotta give him some credit. The guy's got some balls. But do I think he can get the job done? Not this time.
Sting, he truly is what he says he is. The man's an icon, and if anybody can stand up for this company, stand up for Impact Wrestling, and take that TNA World title back to where it belongs, to the fans, to the people, it's Sting.
I'm a man who can defeat Bully Ray. I have to go into it with a mindset that says this is it.
Will the icon prevail? Or will Bully Ray and the Aces and Eights maintain their stronghold on TNA Wrestling?
The company will be in turmoil if Bully Ray wins, because to have that momentum. See, wrestling is a different beast. You know, it's not about just attacking someone or beating someone up or leaving someone laying. It's the wins and the losses that really get to the wrestlers. When you go in that ring and you fight like a real man, you wrestle like a real man, and you win, you get your hand raised, that shows power. And when you show power, that's where the momentum shifts.
Pissing people off and staying the World Heavyweight Champion. Those are my goals.
You're probably looking for an apology. Well, you ain't getting one.
If Bully Ray retains the title, it's a situation we really need to reconsider our positions. We really need to reconsider the future of TNA. If Sting cannot beat him at Slammiversary, we need to do some serious soul searching.
Here's my demand. I want a no-holds-barred match.
You got your no-holds-barred match on one condition. You swear that when I beat you in Boston, you never, ever wrestle for the World Heavyweight Championship again.
You don't have to do this, Sting. Don't do it.
Yes.
On June 2nd in Boston, can history be rewritten at Slammiversary?
How am I going to defeat Sting at Slammiversary? Depends on what kind of match it is. Maybe I'll hit him over the head with a hammer. See how far I can splatter that stupid face paint off.
I don't care about your apology. You know, when you get to Boston, you should make me bleed.
Why would you be telling me to do that to you?
Because if you don't do it to me, I'm gonna do it to you. I am gonna make you bleed in Boston.
Sting, I'm gonna finish you off in Boston, but I'm gonna do it New York City style.
It's the anniversary of Impact Wrestling. And I can't think of a better way to celebrate than in Boston, Massachusetts on June 2nd.
Will TNA Wrestling be propelled into the future, no matter how bright or how dark that future may be?
Without the Bully Rays, maybe, you know, there wouldn't be a TNA, you know. There's always got to be some kind of tension, some kind of battle going on.
Historically, it has been the pivotal point every year. It's kind of like TNA gets reborn. Impact Wrestling gets reborn at every Slammiversary. It's kind of like a lot of the old business seems to get taken care of, and a lot of new issues arise.
TNA Wrestling's celebratory pay-per-view event of the summer, Slammiversary, takes center stage in Boston as the icon Sting faces the president of the Aces and Eights and World Heavyweight Champion Bully Ray for the first time. Who will walk away with the world title? Who will clinch the victory in the City of Champions?